All right, let's get into it, friends. Let's get into it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, friends. Good morning. There's a lot for us to get to this morning. Come on. Good morning. I'm not in my regular space. This is a very, very good one for us to discuss. Good morning. Good morning. This is a very good one for us to discuss. I will say something here. I will say something. I will say something about this. I will say that I was wrong on my assessment before all of this because I also wanted the 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 the, the lady at the lake house to assist Amber, but at the same point in time, I also understand what's going on. And the people that must say Amber didn't technically tell Anthony. Well, she kind of was talking about it. And so you have to remember that. Amber actually did talk about it. And so she should not have talked about it either. The point of the matter we're making is that some of the times when you get certain information, you can't release that to anybody at all. Make up a story then. That's the point of the matter. So I know y'all are going to try to see if we can shield Amber, but you can't really shield her in this retrospect. I forget some part of this entire thing. Because part of her thing is she must know how to work things. Whether you want to agree on it or not, that's just the deal of it. I know you're going to want to make it seem like that's what it is. That's what the idea is. Right, he promised he wouldn't get her fired, and he didn't try to get her fired, but he has to release. Charmaine, he has to release this information to Ben because of the business model they have. I know y'all are thinking of this from just like a regular space want to love Amber, but it bigger than just loving Amber. Anyways, let's get into it and see what's going on. Let's go. Because it looks like Saved by the Bell.
Ben fired you.
Yes, and gave me 2 weeks pay.
Ben, what's going on?
You know how Anthony got caught at the lake house with Amber?
Yes.
Well, it turns out Michelle was the one who set Anthony up with Amber, giving her access to the lake house while he was there.
Okay, and so you fired her?
Yes. Anthony is a client, an important client at that. I can't trust her if she's going to set our clients up like that because of emotional feelings.
Okay. Well, Michelle has worked for you for a long time. For us, for a...
All right, so the thing that's saving Michelle is that Michelle is a very good employee. That's what's saving her. And that's good. That's going to always have some amount of value in people's eyes. So I'm glad that she was a good employee. And because she's a great employee, basically, you know what I mean, she is working as best as she possibly can, right? I'm glad that she's actually done that. The thing that I'm saying with this is this. The point I'm making with this is this. The lake house lady has gone out of her way. This is the point. The lake house lady has gone out of her way to assist Amber. And at the end of the day, Amber did nothing with the information. All she did was find Anthony, did the whole thing that she did with whatever it is, and she's still with him. She never divorced him at all. So I think the greater story is it worth it? Was it worth it for Michelle to do anything at all? That is the question we're trying to answer. Everything else don't really matter.
long time. This is completely out of character for her to do that with a client. Now, is this because he's a client or because he's a friend?
Because he's a client and this is our business and this is how we pay our bills. And I can't have our clients using our rentals if we can't trust the person who's managing the
This is how
property.
she pays her bills. She helps make your life easier. Think about how long she has been loyal to you.
Now, I like this from Danielle. I'm going to give you, see me, I call it mid-loan. I like this from Danielle. I like how Danielle is advocating for Michelle because sometimes you need someone to advocate for you. Danielle is advocating for Michelle and I like that. I'm looking at y'all's comments. Don't worry, guys. I'm looking at your comments as we go along. I like that you know, she's advocating for her. She's seeing exactly if she can say, hey, no, but she's a good worker and she may just have been out of character for this one moment, which I think that's what it is. The lady really and truly what's going on. The lady really liked Amber. And so she tried to see if she could save Amber. Now, what I'm realizing and what people is realizing that is that you can't save Amber. The lake house lady tried to save Amber. The lake house lady tried to save Amber. That's what it is. She tried to save Amber, right? But you realize no, so you can't really do that. What you think is saving is not necessarily saving. Let's keep running.
Family vacations, how many times she picks up the phone when you need something. You cannot just fire Michelle over something like this. Like you don't know. Like you haven't been there.
Oh, God. Okay. Look, I can't move forward with a business with someone running the properties that I don't trust. I'm sorry, Michelle, but you made a mistake and we can't move forward like that.
All right, hold on. All right, Iraq says the Lakers lady did the right thing. I'm so glad that she had someone to look out for her. No, the Lakers lady did not do the right thing. I'm going to tell you why the Lakers lady did not do the right thing. These are business models. You have to take the short sighted of the part that you guys are looking at. The people that come to these resorts that he has do this all the time. The lake house lady just did this because she liked Amber. Iraq, she just liked Amber. And because she thought that she was going to help Amber, because she thought that Amber was in a bad situation, right? She thought that Amber needed someone to look out for her and assist her. She did this for Amber. But the truth of the matter is, it didn't matter because at the end of the day, Amber did not leave Anthony. So to be very fair, she didn't really do the right thing. She make a mistake. I want y'all to call it out. You know what? Let me go inside of it because that's what y'all are not getting. Did did the lake house lady make a mistake? Let me ask you this. So me see exactly where people standing with this. You have to understand these business models. When you get in certain circles, certain things should not be revealed. Me know you not like to hear that, but that's how it goes. It's like that's why I give it the comparison is like with a person that's in the military. You know, you wouldn't want to be unaliving anyone, including a child or whatever it is. But if you are in a situation where they're shooting at you, you will have to shoot back. That's just the deal. And that's why I'm going to give you that as an example because I'm trying to show you certain circumstances call for certain kind of judgment. That's the point. She never did the right thing. That's the point of the matter.
Do you regret it?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
She seems sorry to me. I think maybe we give a little bit of God's grace here.
Yes, Angela Atkinson, that's why I just said a while ago that yes, I was also wrong in how me look on the assessment of it. I just said that, Angela Atkinson. Yes, O'Neill was saying that the Lakers lady did the right thing, but in hindsight, looking at it, Angela Atkinson, I was wrong. That's the point that O'Neill is saying. Yes, O'Neill is wrong in on his position from then. So may I tell you right now that my position on trying to, for the sake of the storyline, sure, of course, we don't want him to find out and whatever it is, but from a real standpoint, O'Neill is wrong if O'Neill has support, forget the latest lady for do it because the truth is that's the line of business they're in. I'm just giving a different perspective to it. I'm just giving you what they're trying to pinpoint to us. Listen, that's just what it is. So O'Neill was wrong in another instant. So yes, Angela Atkinson, I'm not even going to dispute your argument. See? I'm not going to dispute it. Yes, O'Neill was the same person that saying, yeah man, she should tell, but me wrong. That's the point of the matter. Me wrong.
God's grace.
She made a mistake. She feels bad about it. Now, if she was a man, would it be any different? Is it because she's a woman ratting out on a man?
Absolutely not. This is about the anonymity of our clients using our rental properties.
Okay, well then she's sorry. She's been loyal for a long time, and I think we do a one strike. Here we go. One strike. She's not fired, and we can move forward from this and learn from it.
Okay. Well,
I like that. I like the mere fact that she gave her one strike. O'Neill Danielle is getting information from Michelle, so she'll not make Ben fire her. I think that's what may be going on. Danielle may just be an important asset to her, right? Sherma says this is a learning experience for people. She could have lost her job. That's what I said to you, Sherma. I'm now learning from the experience. So I just said to Angela Atkinson. If you're saying yes, O'Neill has flip-flopped on the issue, you are 100% correct because O'Neill also wanted the Lakers lady to reveal the information because me think Amber was going to use the information to do whatever it is. Hindsight, I'm telling you right now what me learned from the entire situation in looking at it. If you look at it from a business lens, the truth is the lady did the wrong thing. And I should not have been encouraging that. So yes, O'Neill is actually wrong in a regard. You want me to say something else? Tell me if you say something else. Yes, she made a mistake for trusting Amber to keep quiet. Exactly. That's the deal. Yes, on the business side, no one is moral. Exactly. And that's the point that them I make. Nanya, O'Neill will not do that because he wants to come at Amber. That's not what I'm saying. I think y'all are getting the wrong impression. They are giving you a storyline and they might ask you the question. Did the ladies, this is the question, did the lady telling Anthony matter? And what we realize now is the answer is no, it never mattered. Because it did not. The effect that they wanted wasn't created. That is where they might try to pinpoint for you right now. And I'm telling you right now that even me wrong because me thought, Angela Atkinson, I thought that Amber would have used this information differently and that Amber would have been, Anthony would have been left long ago. But what I realize now is that sometimes people don't want to be saved. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Something has to happen. I think we should give her 2 weeks off.
Okay, I think that's fair. Michelle,
Yes, I
that
agree.
can give everybody a little bit of time to digest what's going on here, and then we can move forward from there. Let her prove herself.
How am I supposed to know it's not ever going to happen again?
I promise, I will never, never do that again. I learned my lesson.
If something comes up like that, you bring it to us, okay?
Yes.
And we handle it with it. All right?
Bring it to Minute. Bring it to us. We'll handle it together. Ben, you're the king. You're my man. This is our business. We're together on this.
Even though Daniel wants the information, Daniel also understands the business model that they're in. They're in the wealthy market. Carlin Brown says sometimes your morals are more important than working for an unethical employer. In real life, it wasn't for a whistleblower. Where would we be? Yes, for a whistleblower, but in these lines of business, you can't be a whistleblower because that's the business model. It's secluded properties that protects the client's anonymity. Let me say the word properly, anonymity. That's what this is in their business model. You may not understand this in a Carolyn Brown because you'd have to go work in this line of business. Yes, sometimes our ethics matter. That's why you wouldn't work in a line of this. Don't work in an area that you're not morally able to handle. That's the point that they're giving you. The point is you can't work in an area that you cannot morally handle. If you can't morally handle it, don't work in it. That is what I'm getting from the storyline. Let me keep reading some of y'all comments. Business wise, Michelle made a mistake. Exactly. And that's what they're telling you. That's what we are trying to call. She has been there making money for this band for years and been faithful to him. One mistake and one warning is fair. Exactly. And that's what Daniel is saying. And Daniel is, I'm glad that Daniel has done this. You know, me applaud her for doing this, for giving her a chance. O'Neill isn't flip flopping, but he have to see it from a different perspective. That's what I'm trying to explain to her. I'm not flip flopping on it. When I say is even O'Neill wrong, O'Neill even thought she should have released information, but I'm realizing that I'm wrong because really and truly is right. They're right. It's a business model them have. If you can't work in that line, maybe you shouldn't be in it. That's the thing. You know what I mean? That's what they must say. All right. But did she ask them to sign a contract? I say without a contract, you can say or do whatever you want. Just like a paparazzi. She signed a contract, man. If she's doing this type of business, where she's doing a real estate business that it's secluded people, trust me, she has a contract with them that she's not able to do this. Believe what I'm telling you. Believe me, she's supposed to have a contract to do this. I am learning from O'Neill to keep the storyline lying in mind, but to focus on the topics at hand. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Nanya. Thank you very much. That's what I'm trying to give people. Is the topic the people might give you. Thank you. Thank you. If you look, if you do the storyline, you're going to get caught up in the characters them, and then what going to happen to you is that you're not able to decipher between what it would be in the real world or not. So you have to look at it as a topic. Topically, this is a different world. If you can't work in another world, then you might have to go somewhere else. That's what they must say to you. Now, if you can't get that, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but that's what they must tell us.
Michelle has been good to us. Let's move forward from here. 2 weeks off, I think, is fair.
All right?
I'm not fired? Right.
You're not fired. Yeah.
And that's where it ends. Rico DIY says, O'Neill, sometimes you'll get the feeling to help someone and it could come back to bite you in the butt. That's what they might tell us. The topic is that, listen, some of the times them you might be saying you're trying to assist somebody with some information. But when you give them this information, them use it and them it don't even give the effect that you want. And I think that's the point that they're trying to raise. But I listen. Me know say the ladies are come on and the ladies are give a different viewpoint because women get emotional when them see other ladies being, roughed up or being abused in life. But you can't really get upset on that. You have to just understand, say, sometimes business also is just business. You know what I mean? And while even I wanted to see, the information dropped, the truth is she make a mistake. It's what it is. She make a mistake at the end of the day. Yes, it could come back for you. It could come back. That's what they might tell us. Danielle knows her husband rents those properties to clients like to take their mistress there. Exactly. That's what she realized. That's the type of business it is. I'm want to understand that. So when people say, no, well, she did the morally right thing, not really. Because when they work in a certain line, that's just what it is. It is what it is. You're not gonna go into the ghetto. You're not gonna go inside of the hood. Well, y'all call it the hood. But we call it the ghetto. You're not gonna go inside of the ghetto or the hood, right? And be trying to see if you can do business like how you do business uptown. It's two different places. It's two different giants. You angle things differently. It's just what it is. There are different ways how to react because you have different social places and spaces. You have to understand that. I'm reading y'all's comments today. So when Ben takes Ernestine to a property, then that's when it's gonna happen. Ernestine is his next victim. It's Ernestine, the next victim. Do y'all get mad at Amber because of what Anthony did? No, I don't think they're mad at Amber because of what Anthony. I think they're upset. I think they're upset at Amber because she did nothing with the information. Let me ask you this: Is it fair? Let me ask you guys this: Is it fair to be upset at Amber for not using the information to divorce Anthony? That's a question them are asking in the skit. That is a question. This is where the question come in. I think when it comes down to choice, free will, Anthony met her in the parking lot and told her thank you for exposing him. He told her he wouldn't tell. Yes, but then him also have to understand what also she have to understand is exactly the levels that she went to try to do this. What she's also seeing is the repercussions of her actions. It did nothing. That's what them I try to show y'all. Sometimes you think you're helping a situation, but you're not. Which is a plausible event. You never try to help somebody before? Michelle see a lot of things and told Michelle sees it a lot. She only told Amber she did the right thing. She never did the right in regard of business, she never did the right thing. But yes, as a personal, sure, morally, she decided she needed to say something. She decided to say something, but morally, that's what it is. And is still on the power trip since his money is hid. Well, Anthony was not trying to get her fired, to be very fair. He wasn't. What y'all mean? She didn't do anything with the information. She didn't. Anthony's still with her. She didn't do anything with the information. She didn't do anything with the information. That's the point. She may not be in the right job if privacy affects her morals. Should have signed an NDA. Yes. I'm glad you get it. At this morning them get. DC at this morning them forget. Listen, when you become a lawyer, you're going to be privy to some information that morally is going to go against you. If you cannot manage that line of work, then it may not be for you. That's what they're giving you. This is a topic. The topic is types of jobs and your moral values. That is the topic. Types of jobs and your moral value. The big picture. Take Anthony and Amber out. Meaning, take your feelings about them outright and look at the big picture. That's what they're telling you. If you can't work certain line of work, don't do it because you now can manage it. You're not going to be able to manage what you're going to see. I'm glad she lost her job. She learned the hard way. She didn't lose her job. I'm glad she didn't lose her job, you know? She didn't lose her job. Michelle allowed herself to be personally involved with Amber and Anthony's situation. That's what they're saying to us. She make it get personal and something you can't make it get personal. That's what they must say. If Danielle knows that all is happening at the properties, why did she come at Ernestine like that? Because she wants to make sure that because she knows Ben. And she knows that Ben, I think Nanya said it last night. Nanya or Angela Atkins said it last night. They said that Ernestine reminds Danielle of of um of Abigail. And I think that's what happened last night. And I think y'all are correct on that. If Amber were going for a divorce, she would have used it. The fact that Amber changed her mind, did answer it differently. The circumstances changed. Exactly. Exactly, Nanya. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The information right now wouldn't have mattered because she never left the man. That's what I say. What we I say is me give you all this info, thinking you're gonna use it, but you don't use it. That's what it is. I think that's what you're saying, right, Nanya? I agree with Sean. Sean Michael. I like Ben. Michelle should not have said anything. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, man. That's what I must say. Please put Steen on ice for now. I think she learned her lesson for more cheating. No more cheating for her. Let's see. Angela can say let's see. I don't know about that with Ernestine. If you think so, but all right, cool. Let's see. No, Anthony did not want Michelle to be fired. That's not true. That's not true. Anthony did not want Michelle to be fired. No, he didn't. Yes or no? He didn't. He didn't. O'Neill, thank you for making the shift. The skits are split on the subjects. All the characters bring value to the. Yes. Yes. The more I want to get it as of right now. If you're not taking, if you're trying to watch it for the fairy tale storyline that y'all are watching it for, you're not going to get the messages that they're giving in it. They have some established characters. And what they're doing now is they're using everyday situations and everyday life and they're interjecting topics. And they're using these characters to represent these topics. That's what I'm trying to do. To see if you can decipher in the topics, what would you do in the circumstance? That's what I'm going to tell you. That's what it is. So if you're looking at it, if you're coming to watch it for the storyline, nobody you're going to get disappointed because you look for fairy tales thing and you look for Romeo and Juliet and happily ever after thing. You're not going to see the happily ever after thing. They must tell us right now that life is not like that. Life not ending happily ever after. Sometimes things are gonna just get wicked. That's what it is. That's what I'm gonna tell you right now. It is hot out here, but hey, I'm gonna get it done. Everybody's getting reprimanded except Anthony, Shayla, and Angelina. That's true. That part is true. There we go. Intent separates levels of betrayal and mistrust. True. Her intent was great, but it never worked. Yes, he did. If he didn't, he wouldn't have opened his mouth. He's a snake. I don't think that's what he did. I think he had to. I think he did it because he want to make sure that Ben understands who he's in business with. Because if it came out that he did not say something, then he would have get challenged. I think that's why he did that. I press my laptop, I get hot. My laptop, I get warm. Yeah, man, I forget. Say me like that. Angela Kingston says, only like understand what you mean. I know, friends. Me know it's tough to look at. Me know. Anyways, friends, my laptop is getting warm because I'm outside in the sun. So I'm going to leave this one right here. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon.